Hi guys, in this video I would like to share with you how to transform my variable in STATA into log form. So here I have two variables y and yf. If we open this data editor, so this is the y. Of course they are missing data and I have interpolate the data based on the interpolation method, so I got the yf. So let's say I want to interpolate I want to transform the yf into log. Okay, natural log. So what to do is in the command section, in the command section of this STATA, you can use the command of gen. Gen is stand for generate, gen, and then you can put any name for log of yf. Let's say I put as lyf. Okay, lyf. This can be any name that you want to generate. So in this case, I want to generate the log of yf. You also can use log of yf, no problem. But make sure the name should be in only one word. There is no space. If you want a space, then you put the underscore. So let's say generate log yf. Next, equal to, the next command is log, log, open bracket, the real name of yf. So the real name of yf is yf. So what we are trying to ask to STATA to do is, I want to generate one variable called as log yf, and this variable must be the logarithm of the yf. So then you enter, and then we have 16 missing values generated. Okay, what happened here is that if you open the data editor, if you look at this, this is yf, the actual data, and this is the log yf. So when you log the yf, all the negative log is becoming nothing, because the log of negative is nothing. That's why you have 16 missing data. So in this case, you have to redo, because in this case, you have to change this missing variable. Okay, so what you have to do is, maybe I show this because majority of my students, when they log the data and then they forgot to conduct one important step. One important step before you log the data is you have to remove all the negative sign first. In this case, we have negative 13, we have negative 0, we have negative 1, negative, and the highest is so far is negative 13, and the highest is negative 13. So you have to remove this negative value first, because negative, when you transform the log from negative value, it will not give any value. Okay, so what to do is, we remove this first. We remove the log yf first, drop selected variable, and I want to redo again. First, I have to open back and check any negative value, the highest negative value. So in my case, the highest negative value is negative 13, because this is negative 0, negative 1, negative 4, negative 3, and so on, and the highest is negative 13. So I want to remove this negative, means I have to add all the value with more than 13, right? So let's add all the values into 14, because I want to remove that. So what to do is, you generate new variable. Let's say I generate new variable called as y1. Okay, y1 equal to the yf just now plus 14. Why plus 14? Because the highest negative value is negative 13. So I add in 14 to all variables just to remove. Okay, so enter. Once you enter, open back the data editor, you'll see the y1 is actually this plus 14. This plus 14. 11 plus 14 is 25, and so on. And you see there is no other negative sign. See? No other negative signs. All the negative signs are all eliminated. From here, from this data set, then you can generate the log of the y. So to generate the log of the y, you can use again gen. Let's say I name it as log underscore y equal to the log of the y1, because I want to use the data with all without negative values, which is y1. Okay, enter, and there is no error saying that no missing values generated. Okay, meaning that all are actually converted into the log form. No missing data at all. Good. So now, what's the purpose of log actually? Okay, the main purpose is the main purpose is to reduce the number. Without log, the number is 25. Okay, without log, the number is 25, and then with log, the number become 3. If I draw a line graph, okay, if I draw a line graph between y1 and the year, so the command is two-way, ts is time series line graph for y1, you will see one graph appear here, in which the graph is based on the year from 1970 to 2020, and this is the y value. So this is what we call as line graph. You can use this command, two-way space ts line, what is the variable y1. So I want to compare this line graph, the y1 line graph, with the log one. Okay, so the log y is log underscore y. Okay, log underscore y that I have already created. Enter. And what you see here is something very surprising. Previously, the y1 graph, if you look at the y1 graph, it looks like this. Okay, so the y1 graph, the highest is 45, somewhere around 45, and the lowest is 0 something. So the max is 45. Let's say the lowest is 0. 45 minus 0 is 45. So the difference between the highest and the lowest is 45. Yeah, points. So it is very big difference. Big difference means big variance, large standard deviation. Yeah, so around 45 difference. But if I draw again the log y, once you transform the data into log form, you see that the highest is somewhere around 3.9 or 3.8, and the lowest is negative 0 point something. So you minus the highest and the lowest, the difference is just the difference is just 3 something versus 45 just now. So this one is a bit more stable, with lack of variance, with less variance and less standard deviation. So that's one of the reasons why we log the variable. Normally we log the variable for a very big data. Big data means if the data comprise of millions, billions or thousands, then you should log, because you want to minimize the variance and you also want to minimize the standard deviation. The reason why, because you want to make sure that your results later for estimation will be good, will be robust. Okay, so in the next video I will post to you a lot more on how to conduct the outliers, to remove the outliers and so on. So please help me by subscribing this channel.